Hey everyone, welcome to Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles. I'm Kishore and today I'm going to solve a Sudoku called Gyruss. This was created by BremSter. BremSter is a wonderful Sudoku constructor and is known for his tough creations. Having solved some of his Sudokus in the past, I've found most of them to be hard and really challenging to solve. So I thought of doing a live solve on this variant. Originally, I had planned a Sudoku variant from the Indian Sudoku Championship. The official participation window for Indians is over. However, international contestants can still give the contest. So I had to postpone making that video. However, stay tuned for that video. I'm going to surely publish it as my next video. You guys will surely enjoy the video. Meanwhile, you can watch me solve this Gyruss Sudoku created by BremSter. This has been taken from the CTC Discord server, and the link to solve is given in the description of the video. Please do give it a shot yourself and come back and watch the video. Let us jump into the rules now. Classic rules apply. Each row, each column, and 3 by 3 box in the grid will have digits 1 to 9, no repetitions. And killer rules apply. In cages, digits must sum to the digit in the top left corner of the cage. So for example, if you take this cage, this is a 12 cage, right? So if you sum these two digits, then you'll get the clue given at the top left corner. And similarly, this cage, the sum of the digits will be 15. And digits do not repeat inside cages. And then you have quadruple rules applying. Digits in circles must appear in the cells touching the circle. So for example, if you consider this circle, then there must at least be one instance of 459 in these four cells. There may be two instances of 4, for example, this can be a 4 and this can be a 4. But as long as you have at least one instance of all the digits given in the circle, you're good. So these are the rules of the Sudoku. Seems to be a really interesting combination here. So let us see how the solve is. I'm going to start it now. Okay, 7 is a interesting place to start. A 3 cell 7 cage has only one option to fill it, and that is going to be 1, 2 and 4. There is no other way to fill a 7 using 3 distinct digits. I mean a 7 cage using 3 distinct digits. So now one cell is eliminated as not being 3 and 6. So which means that in these 3 cells, we must have a 3 and 6. I'm just thinking whether to notate like that. I don't think I'm comfortable with this, so let me just remember that for now. Okay. So we have 32 here, and we know that in any row, column or box of a 9 by 9 grid, the sum of the digits will be from 1 to 9, which would give you 45. And making use of that fact in box 3, 45 minus this cage, which is 32, is equal to 13. So these three cells, the cells highlighted in blue, must sum up to 13. And I don't think that is a really useful total, right? Not really helpful. Let us look at this cage. I mean this box. Same idea, 45 minus 24 would give me 21. So these three cells must sum to 21. So one thing is certain, 3 can't go here because then you would require 2 9s inside the box, and that is clearly not possible. So 3 has to be here. Okay, let's look at this box now, box 7. So sum of these three cells must be 45 minus 28. So they must be 17. And 17 is not a particularly useful total. So in the sense that you can't get any digit instantly, deduce that something is going here, nothing. So similarly 36, 45 minus 36 is 9. So sum of these three cells must be a 9. So is that useful here? Okay, this is useful. And the fact why that is useful is because 3 is not a part of the 9 sum. And now if you eliminate 3 from uh, a 9 total, which is formed of 3 digits, then you'll see that there is only one option for the 9, which is 1, 2 and 6. In total, there are 3 possible combinations by which you can get a 9, namely 1, 2, 6. Let me write those here. It could be a 1, 2, 6. It could be a 1, 3, 5, or it could be a 2, 3, 4. So these 3 are the possible combinations for getting a total of 9. The moment you eliminate a 3 from the sum combination, both of these are eliminated. So now we know that these 3 cells must be a 1, 2, 6. They are clearly forming a 1, 2, 6 triplet. And so which means that the 4 in this quadruple has to be going here. There is no other possibility. And now we can make use of this quadruple. This cell is kind of a blackened out cell in the sense that none of 4, 5 and 9 can be here. So 4, 5 and 9 form a triplet here, which is kind of, in a bent way. 4, 5, 9. So why is this here? I'll just remove that. That was just made to show you the combinations of 9. Now I know that the 7 cannot go in this cell. So 7 gets inside the 15 cage. Now we need 8 more to get to 15. And 8 more cannot be 1 plus 7 because that would repeat 7 in the cage. So it's 2 plus 6 or 3 plus 5. So in totality this is a cage which consists of 7, 2, 6 or 7, 3, 5. Okay, not much there. So where do we need to look exactly next? Okay, I'm noticing something that can be done using classic here. So 7 is in these 4 cells and 7 is in these 4 cells in box 1, right? Which means the 7 in column 3 has only 3 options left. It would have to go in these 3 cells. But doesn't seem to be very useful here. Can we do something of that sort? 7, 6, 8, 9. Okay, I don't think it's helping here. So we know that these 3 digits add up to 21. Can I get a 6 inside here? Oh, 6 is not possible. Awesome. Superb. So if you have a 6 in here, and why am I asking whether 6 is going in here? The fact is because this quadruple contains 1, 3 and 6 inside these 3 cells, and I'm trying to eliminate 6 from here because I already have a locked 3 in these 2 cells. So if I eliminate 6, that's going to be really big. So if I have a 6, I need 15 more from the yellow cells, which can only be 7 and 8 because 6 plus 9 is eliminated. But we know that 7 is confined to these 4 cells. So that means 6 is not going here, and this becomes a 3, 6 pair. And now 7 is in these 2 cells, 7 is in these 3 cells. So 7 in row 4 goes in here. So 1 goes in these 2 cells because of this quadruple, and that eliminates 1 from here. That's a 2, 4. And 1 can never be part of a 21 total. So 1 is forced here. That is really nice. So we got the 1, 3, 6 here. This is kind of useless now. Okay, 21 without the 7. So which means that there must surely be a 9 inside these cells. And the reason is, if you don't have a 9, the maximum total that you could achieve is and 8, 6 and 5, and that gets us to 19 only. So which means 9 is surely here, and we need 12 more from 2 cells, which cannot be 3 plus 9, which cannot be 5 plus 7. So the fact is that when you remove a 7 outside the 21 combination of 3 digits, it automatically becomes a 489. There is no other possibility to make a 21. Okay, that is really nice. Now, where does the 4 go in row 1? Can't be here because of the 489, can't be here. So it would have to go here. So now I know that the 12 is either 3 plus 9 or 5 plus 7, because 4 is ruled out as an option from the 12 cage. So it's 3 plus 9 or 5 plus 7. And you have 8, 9 here. So this is not a 9. So which means this is not a 3. Okay, we have a 4. So 4 is ruled out here. Oh, this is nice. You can eliminate 7 from here. It's kind of narrow to see. If you have a 7 here, a 5 is automatically forced here, right? To satisfy the 12 cage. But if you also remember, the total from these 3 cells is 13 for the box. 45 minus 32. So if you have 7 here, these 2 cells sum up to 6, which cannot be 2 plus 4. So they must be 1 plus 5. But you already have a 5 and a 1 here. So a really deep reduction, as is expected from BremSter's creations. Nice. So this could not be a 7. So I eliminate a 7 from that cell. So this is not a 5. That becomes 7 and 9 and 3 and 5. Okay, look at this 12 cage. It's doing some tricks on its own now. So you cannot have 4 plus 8 forming the 12, because that would lead to a contradiction in these 4 cells. So 12 would have to be 3 plus 9, or it is 5 plus 7, in which case this would be 7 and this would be 5. A testing Sudoku, fellas, not so easy, but at the same time very interesting so far. Okay, so what am I supposed to see here? So is this 6 being useful here? I wonder why this 6 is given here. Okay, I'm not seeing any thing interesting. 1 7. This would be 2 6 5. So it's not clear at this point where to look for continuation. Okay, I'm seeing something interesting here. So 3 is in these 4 cells and 3 is in these 3 cells. So which means for row 7, 3 would have to be in these 2 cells, right? So 3 is eliminated from here, which you could have just directly seen. So 3 is not here, so which means this is not a 9. So this is 3 7, this is 5 9. Okay, so there is something sharp in here. I can feel it, but I'm not yet able to see what is to be done here. 8, 9 goes in here. Can I make use of this? 13 total. This is a 3. I need 10 more from here. Okay, that's nice. That is really nice. So this could not be a 3, because the moment this becomes 3, we need 10 more from these cells, because the green cells add up to a 13, and it cannot be 1 plus 9, cannot be 2 plus 8 because of this quadruple, cannot be 3 plus 7 because that would repeat a 3, and also cannot be a 4 plus 6. Awesome. So this would have to be a 5. That gives us a 7, and that removes the 7 from here. 7 goes in these two cells, and 7 is in here now. Okay, so 5 is removed from here. That's a 4, 9, so 5 goes in here. Okay, so now I know these two cells add up to 8. Cannot be 3 plus 5, cannot be 1 plus 7. Superb. So they would have to be a 2 plus 6. I have 2, 6 here, so 1, 2, 6, a triplet. So 1 goes in here. So that's not a 1, that's a 2 and 6. So if I look at this cell, this is a very limited in possibilities. Can't be 2, 5, 6, cannot be 8, 9, cannot be 1 and 7. 1, 5, 7, 2, 6, 8 and 9. This should be 3 or 4, but 4 is also ruled out, right? So that's a 3. Okay. Look at this cell. This is also limited in possibilities. Cannot be 1, 3, 5, 7. Cannot be 4, 8, 9. So this is a 2 and 6. So we have a 2, 4, 6 triplet in row 3, which means that this cannot be a 4. 4 is removed from these cells. So that's 8, 9, giving us a 4 here, a 4 here, a 2 here, a 2 here, a 6 here, a 6 here. You know, kind of going like a Gyruss. Just, I think the theme basically comes from the word gyroscope, although I'm not certain. Where do we need to go here? So there is a 6 that removes the 6 from here, giving us a 6 here. Okay, 6 is removed from these two cells. 6 has to go here. So if I look at this cell, can't be 2, 3, 5, 6, 8 or 9. So this would have to be a 1, 4, 7. But there is a 1 here, so that's a 4, 7. Okay, so 6 in column 9 has only two options. These two cells, it cannot be in row 4 and it cannot be in these boxes, so 6 has to be here. And 3 is marked here, so 3 is eliminated from here, so that gives a 3 here. And that removes the 3 from here, giving us a 3 in these two cells. Okay, so 3 in column 7 has exactly one option. It cannot be in this box, cannot be in this box, cannot be here, so 3 goes here. And let's write some pencil marks in this column. So this one has to be a 7, 8 and 9. This is still unresolvable, right? It could be 2 plus 6 or it could still be 3 plus 5. Okay, it's not yet resolvable. Let me come over to this area again. These three cells sum up to 17. So if I have a 5 here, I need 12 more from these cells, which cannot be 5 plus 7 or 3 plus 9. So that would be 4 and that would be 8. So 4, 5, 8. And I don't see a problem with that. So let's say this is 9. Then these two cells must sum up to 8, in which case this would be 6 and this would be 2. Okay, so in both the cases, we can write the pencil marks here. That's going to be very less. So if I have a 5 here, these two must sum up to 12, because these three cells sum up to 17 total. So these two cells sum up to 12, which cannot be 3 plus 9 or 5 plus 7. So this would have to be a 4 and this would have to be 8 using classic. Suppose let's say this is a 9. Then these two must sum up to 8, right? 8 plus 9 is 17. So these two sum up to 8, in which case it cannot be 1 plus 7 or 3 plus 5. So this would have to be 2 plus 6, but 6 is here. So this would be a 6 and this would be a 2. So this is either 2, 4 or 6, 8. These are the only possible options left in these two cells. And that is not helping. Okay, BremSter is a trickster. I'm not certain what I'm missing here. Okay, 5 is in these cells in box 9. That gives a 5 in here. Okay. These are things which I don't think to help, which I don't think would help, but at least something to keep the solve moving. Three, 6 pair. Could I resolve this 12 cage now? If this is a 6, that becomes 8, 9, 5, 7. 5, 1. Tough. So what is this 4 clue doing here? Let's say if this is a 3, then we need 9 more from here, which cannot be 3 plus 6 or 4 plus 5. So it's 1 plus 8 or 2 plus 7. 1 plus 8 or 7 plus 2. Both are possible. Okay. So I think at this point I'm feeling that the grid is very hard. Whatever is in here that is meant to be found is tough. So what would the author have seen here to continue the grid? So can I have a 6 here that forces an 8 here, a 9 here, a 5 here, 7, 6, and 7? Don't see any problem in that. No problem. So I keep coming back to this area, 15 cage. Cannot be 1, 7. Could be a 3, 5. That is a problem. A 3 could very well be here and a 5 could be here. or it could be a 2-6. 7-2-6, I mean. It could be a 7-3-5 or it could be a 7-2-6. Okay, very sticky point in the Sudoku. Let's see what is the thing that is to be found here. I'm kind of clueless here. The 6 in box 4 can't be in these three cells, and it cannot go in any of these cells because 6 and 3 would combine and 12 cannot be valid anymore. So 6 is either in these two cells or this cell. These three are the only cells left for 6 in box 4. But I don't think that is actually useful here. Am I missing something here? Missing something very simple. I'm not. Oh, tough one. Very tough one. We earlier saw that this box is 357 or it is 267. But can it be a 357? Imagine what happens if this is a 357. 3 goes here and 7 goes here. So which means that 5 would have to be here. But we already have a corner pencil mark of 5 because of this quadruple here. What a deduction. Tough one to see. So this is a 2, 6 and 7. Beautiful. That is beautiful. That's a 2, 6, 7. 7 is eliminated here. So which means this is a 3. That's a 6. That gives 8. Okay, the Sudoku is falling now. So that's 8. That's 9. Giving a 5 here. A 7 here. 7 is removed here. That's 2, 6. Oops. That gives a 7 here. Awesome. So we know what this is now because these three cells sum up to 17. So this would be a 4. And that gives 4 in here. So we know what is the 12 gauge now. It needs 6 more, which can only be 1 plus 5. And 5 is here. So that's a 1, that's a 5. So 1, 4, 6, 9, 5, 7, 8. So we need 2, 3 for the column. And you have a 3 here. So that's a 2, that's a 3. Cool. Really cool. Okay, so what do we do? 1, 5, 6 and 7 and 4 and 8. So these two cells must be 2, 3, 9. And a 3 here removes the 3 from this cell. That's 2, 9. Okay, 4 in row 9 has to be in these two cells. Okay, 1 in box 5 has only 2 options, goes here. And 1 in row 6 goes in these two cells, no other option. Okay, 5 is not in row 4. So 5 is in these two cells. Okay, 6 in column 4. 6 in these two cells and 6 in these two cells. So 6 goes in these three cells and 6 is removed from here. So 6 goes in here. Okay, 3 is marked into these cells, but because of the 3 here, we get the 3 here. And that gives us a 3 in box 2. 3 goes here. Okay, so this must be a 1, 2, 5, 7 quad because we have 3, 4, 9, 6, 8 here. Okay, not going to mark that. Okay, 4 is not here. You have a 4. So that's a 5, 9. So 4 goes in here. Ah, 4 is marked in these two cells, right? What did I see here? Okay, nothing, just some ghosts, I think. I actually saw somewhere a 4 here, but there is no 4 there. Okay, so 2 is not in column 4, 2 is not in row 9, so 2 goes in these two cells and that resolves this 2-1 pair. That's a 2, that's a 1. And same idea, 1 is in column 4, 1 is in row 8, so 1 goes in here. And that gives a 1 here, locks a 1 into this cell. So 1, 4, 8, 1, 4, 5, 2 and 8. So we need 3, 6, 7, 9. So 6 goes in here because of the 6 here, and 9 goes in all these 4 cells. Okay, 5 is here, so that's a 9. And that gives a 4 here and a 5 here. So this 4 pushes the 4 into this cell because we have a corner of 4 into those cells. So that's a 4. That gives a 7. That's not a 7, that's 8, 9, and that would also be an 8 and 9. 2, 3, 6, 9, 1, 4, 5. So let me fill row 7 now. This would be a 7, 8 pair. Okay, 7 is not in row 1. We just marked a 7 in here. So 7 goes in these two cells. 2, 3, 5, 6, 4, 7. So these would be 1, 8 and 9. One, 2, 3, 4, 7 and 5 and 9. So this cell has to be 6 and 8. Okay. These two must be 4, 8, 9 for the column because they can't be 2, 5, 6, 7 or 1 and 3. So they are 4, 8, 9. So 4 is here, so that's an 8 and 9. Okay, 7 in column 2. Column 8, where does it go? There is exactly one cell left. Has to be here. Okay, 5 in column 8. Again, exactly one cell left. 5 has to go here. Okay, so 1 in column 2 has to go here because of the 1 here. And 3, 4, 9, 6 and 8. So we need 2 and 5 to just pencil mark. 2 is in row 2, so 2 goes here. And 5 is in these two cells because you have a 5 here. So this is a 2, 5. This is a 1, 2. This is a 1, 7. And that's a 5, 7. I can just remove the corners from those cells. Okay. Okay, 4 in this quadruple has only one option. 4 goes here because of the 4 here. And that removes the 4 from here, giving us an 8, 9 pair. So 4 in box 5 has only one option. Yes, fill like that. And 4 in row 9 can be filled. So that's the 4. That's the 6. 6 is removed from here. And now 6 in this box has only one option. 6 goes here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 4 and 6. So this is not 8. So that's a 7. That's a 5. That's a 2. That's a 1. That's a 7. That's a 5. Alright. And okay, so 2, 3, 5, 1, 4, 7. This would be 8 and 9. 3, 7, 9, 4 and 6. So we need 1, 2, 5, 8, right? So 1 is not here. You have 1 here. So that's a 1. And 8 is here. So that's 8 and 5. 5, 2, 6, 2, 8. So this is 9. That gives 8 here and a 6 here. Row 1 can be completed. So that's a 9. So we have a 1, 8 pair. Awesome Sudoku. 2, 5, 7, 9, 3, 4, 6. So this would also be 1, 8 for the column. So 8 here gives a 9. That gives 8, giving 1, giving 8, giving 1. So row 7 can be completed. This is 8, and this would be 5 and 7, and that can be resolved easily. So that's a 7, that's a 5, and this can be resolved. So that's a 7, and that's a 3, 9 pair. So this is going to be 2, 6, 9, and you have 6 in here. So that's a 6. This would be a 2, 9 pair. You have 2, 9 in here, so that's not 9. So that's 8, that's 9. And you have 2, 9 here, so that's a 3. Row 6 can be completed, that's 8. So this is 2, 9, so 2 is here, right? So that's 2, that's 9, that's 9, that's 3, that's 9, and that's 2. Beautiful. And with that, we have completed this really gorgeous Sudoku. So we took a little about 36 minutes. An awesome Sudoku, guys. I think the most crucial direction, if you ask me, or rather the most important directions that started us were deducing what digits could go in these areas. And of course, in the middle of the solve, one has to realize that this could not be a 3, 5 or a 7, because that would create a contradiction here. And that was the reduction that took me quite a while. All in all, a wonderful Sudoku by BremSter. Hats off for creating such a wonderful Sudoku. If you happen to see this video, please do leave a comment under the video. Would be glad to hear a comment from you. And thank you for watching the video. We hope to see you soon again. The next video of me is going to be on 100 Sudoku from the Indian Sudoku Championship, where many people struggled. I'm going to show you the exact solve path needed to solve the Sudoku. So please like and comment, and remember to subscribe to the channel. Bye bye.